Okay, so let's have this simple example for the transformation. If we said that f of x is equal to the absolute value of x, and we want to translate this so that the new vertex is at 2 and negative 3. Here we're just going to substitute the h and k instead of 2 and negative 3, or vice versa, sorry. So g of x, which is the new one, so g of x is going to equal to the absolute value of x, which is this one. Now here we have 2, which represents h, so it's minus 2. And then we have plus k, so it is plus the negative 3. So this becomes g of x is equal to the absolute value of x minus 2 minus 3. Okay. So here the vertex is at 2 and negative 3. The entire graph of the parent function moves when the vertex moves. So if we have the v here, the v letter here is going to be moved into 2. So if we said this is 1, this is 2, this is negative 1, negative 2. What we're having here is we have 2 and negative 3. This is 2 in the x, and this is negative 3 in the y. So here is our new vertex, and we just graph the same 45 degrees sides v. Okay, here we just talked about translating this v letter, this absolute value function or the parent function into like to the x and to the y, so it's just shifted. We still did not talk about stretching and shrinking. We already talked about this when we had our curves or our quadratic functions, and we mentioned the vertical stretch and shrink and how they happen based on the value of the factor multiplied by x, or the factor multiplied by the whole in here by the whole absolute value. So here there's just something different, something very small. Okay, so for example, if we have let's just write the whole equation first so we can have it clearer. Now if we have a, okay, and then we have the absolute value of 1 over b x minus h, okay, that's f of x or g of x, plus k. Now here what we have is we have a and we have b. A is responsible, it's a factor that's responsible on the vertical stretch, and B is responsible on the horizontal stretch. Okay, so do you remember when we talked about the vertical stretch? We said we can think of it as having an elastic, and then we just pull the elastic upward, so it's vertically pulled. What will happen is the whole v function or the curve will be shrinks. So what will happen to the curve, or for in this case to the v function, it will be closer to the y-axis, which makes it shrinks, but it's called vertical stretch. Okay, what b does is the vice versa. I want you to keep this idea until the next video. I will be posting an example with details about this. For now, I'll be just posting an assignment for you to do for the simple transformations happen to the absolute value.